I need a woo.
You're gonna impregnate me?
No. He is.
Say what? I love a good bad movie. That may seem oxymoronic, but most of you probably know what I mean. I'm not talking about something so bad that it's annoying like Morbius, or a movie that's bad because it's a disappointing letdown like the Megamind sequel. I'm talking about movies that have that perfect blend of insane and convoluted plots, inconsistent special effects, and ham-fisted acting and dialogue that is all so bad that it circles back and becomes so bad that it's good. And every now and then I go on a hunt online to try and find something to scratch that bad movie itch. And oh boy, did I find something this time that perfectly encapsulates everything that I love about them. Hammerhead Shark Frenzy is a sci-fi monster movie from 2005 in which Dr. Preston Kind, played by Jeffrey Combs, attempts to cure his son Paul's kidney cancer by injecting him with hammerhead shark DNA. King succeeds in curing Paul's cancer, but the result of these experiments turns Paul into a mutagenic human-shark hybrid with an insatiable appetite. Now, you would think that King would be done with his experiments after screwing up so tremendously, but you'd be wrong. King actually now sees Paul as a means to an end, to create an entire subspecies of genetically superior half-human and half-shark hybrids in order to create, in King's own words,
imagine the possibilities. Human life thriving in the Earth's oceans. The dawn of a new Atlantis.
And begins kidnapping women for the sole purpose of creating shark-human offspring. But I'm getting ahead of myself. The movie has a typical monster movie beginning where a couple is sailing off the coast of an unnamed island. After going for a quick dip in the water, they're promptly dismembered and eaten by the titular Hammerhead. We're also introduced to King and his two little gooners, Dr. Kraus, who gives heavy Igor vibes, and Dr. Medivenko, who quite honestly does not do anything for the whole movie. Meanwhile, at the Fetter Pharmaceutical Company, Paul's ex-wife Amelia is working as a biologist and has taken up the position of Dr. King, which was vacated 5 years ago when Paul, who was also Amelia's husband, supposedly died of kidney cancer. Amelia is at her desk looking at simulations of DNA helixes spinning around when Tom, the head of IT and Amelia's current boyfriend, shows up for them to have awkward action movie dialogue. Amelia gets called into the office of Whitney Fetter, the CEO, and he tells her that he's received his first correspondence from Dr. King since he was fired. The simulations King sent to Whitney are apparently linked to research that ensures stem cells used for therapy can be more accurately programmed to take the space of whatever they may need to result in more effective treatments. King invites Whitney, Amelia, Tom, and other Fetter employees Bernie and Jane to his island for a special presentation on his research, with Whitney also bringing his very young post-divorce girlfriend Julie. When King presents Paul to the group, they're all obviously incredibly mortified about what he's done, especially Amelia. But this ultimately doesn't matter, because King's plan the entire time has evidently just been to feed the Fetter employees to Hammerhead. King leaves and has two of his guards open Hammerhead's enclosure, which starts filling the room with water. But as the guards leave, one of them accidentally drops their gun, which is convenient for our heroes because evidently Tom from IT is a fucking sharpshooter. He shoots out the fan at the top of the room, allowing everyone to escape before Hammerhead eats them. On the roof, Tom begins to tie everyone's shirts together to make a rope that definitely wasn't already here in the establishing shot, and the group escapes into the jungle on this strange island, which is apparently inhabited by all kinds of dangerous experimental plants that were created as a byproduct of King's shark experimentation. And maybe King did feel the desire to experiment with plants as a side project, but I find it hard to believe because this man really loves hammerhead sharks.
It never ceases to fascinate me. Distance between the eyes. In the sphere now, that distance is greater than in all of the genus. Their superior vision, their sensory organs, their ability to sense subtle changes in water pressure and electromagnetic fields, all that makes the hammerhead the world's most dangerous killer.
The group eventually makes it to the dock outside of King's compound and attempts to bribe a boat captain to take them to the mainland, but the plan goes awry, and lo and behold, Hammerhead also escaped from the compound the same way our main characters did, and he's waiting in the water. Bernie is attacked by Hammerhead, but luckily, Tom finds the dock's shark control box, you know, like every dock has, and dives into the water after him. But it's too late. Bernie's leg has found a new home in Hammerhead's gullet. In the chaos of Bernie's attack, Whitney and Julie have escaped into the jungle with the satellite phone. and for some reason, Julie is still wearing her heels. After getting to a high point of the island to get past King's signal jammers, Whitney and Julie are blasted with rockets from a helicopter and miraculously survive, but are now separated. And unfortunately for Julie, Hammerhead happens to be in her general vicinity, and she's eaten. Meanwhile, Tom, Bernie, Amelia, and Kate are trying to get back to King's compound to treat Bernie's leg, but by the time they finally make it back, Hammerhead has caught up with them, and Bernie is claimed as his next victim. With no reason to still be in the compound, our heroes escape back into the jungle, where they run into Whitney, who has stolen a jeep from two of King's men, and Dr. Medivenko, who has stolen a different jeep after having a change of heart about her work. She came to this island to cure cancer, not to make shark-human hybrids. Fucking nerd. But King's men catch up with everyone, and she's promptly blown off a cliff and eaten by Hammerhead.
What you say? That you only meant well, 'cause you did. What you say? That it's all for the best.
Who, by the laws of this movie, is occupying every inch of water in or around this island at any given moment. After Tom, Whitney, Kate, and Amelia escape from King's men and flee once again into the jungle, Kate is suddenly covered with burning, itching sores. I assume this was from a plant she stepped on or brushed against in the jungle, but it sort of just happens. The burning is so intense that Kate forgets the #1 rule of the movie and jumps into what looks like a very small pond of water. But that's enough for Hammerhead, and sure enough, she quickly finds herself in his insatiable maw. Oh, and at some point around here, Hammerhead also kills Dr. Krauss. Soon afterwards, our characters find themselves in a firefight with King's men that has me convinced that Tom is a CIA sleeper agent, because how the hell is the head of IT proficient in throwing knives and being in active firefights? King's men eventually kidnap Whitney and Amelia. King wants Amelia alive because Hammerhead keeps killing the women that King wants him to breed with, but his theory is that once he gets Amelia sent, his more aggressive nature will dissipate and he'll be able to successfully mate. Gross. After feeding Whitney to Hammerhead, King makes the move to begin the process of introducing Amelia to him, but she's saved by Tom just in time, and in the confusion of him busting into the lab, Hammerhead grabs King's arm and rips it off. After freeing Amelia from her restraints and forcing plant chemicals down Hammerhead's throat, Tom delivers the killing blow even Hammerhead sharks can't come back from. A shotgun blast to the face. Amelia and Tom destroy the lab, and the day is saved. Or is it? So yeah, that's Hammerhead. And I mean, what can I say? It's a crappy sci-fi action movie, but is it as bad as Snake Man or Mosquito Man? Probably. But only time will tell, and if you want me to watch those, go ahead and leave a comment and let me know. This movie is ridiculous and stupid, but it's also fun, and we really should be making more B sci-fi movies like this. I mean, they might be out there more often and just be on some obscure streaming service, but at least make them more accessible. I don't know. There's just something so nostalgic about turning on one of these crappy movies with a bunch of friends and just laughing at it the entire time. It's a feeling I haven't had in a very long time, and it made me feel very nostalgic. So for that, I guess it's good enough. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Please subscribe if you haven't already. It really helps me out with boosting my videos and making sure more people see them. And as always, my name is Isaiah, and thank you for watching my video.